Hey YouTubers, Rival X Factor here. Hopefully you're enjoying your weekend and you're looking at the M417. No, it's not an assault kit. I'm actually challenging myself lately with different kits. And my challenge was this: see if I can succeed while using this kit and be a producer, not hampering my team, being a producer and scoring flips, scoring defenses, killing lots of bad guys, and moving on. So I want to talk about the gameplay, some tips and tricks, and some of my thought processes throughout, the way the gun handles, some do's and some don'ts. So let's get started. When I wanted to finish the burn there, the reason why I didn't peek is I was the only one on the burn. If I would have peeked and been dead, we would have lost the burn, right? The flag would have dropped to neutral. They would have taken it back. So there's this whole thought process of when to peek and when not to peek. And here you see me spamming the medics. Please help me, please. I'm going to die. Mavs and tugs are highly beneficial in close quarters as long as you're on the same level as the enemy. These things don't pick up enemies on multiple levels like some of the other maps like Bazaar, St. Crossing, or Metro. So you got to be careful. And one of the tips I have with this gun is don't spam it at far range because it takes a second to reset. So make your first shot count. If you blow your first shot, heads up and don't get a kill. All right, you don't headshot them, you're probably going to be suppressed, and you're probably not going to hit Pluto with your next shot. So you got to be very picky with your shot selection. At this range, you can really spam and just let it fly. And there's the shotgun slugs going off behind me. And there's a Claymore that failed. So one of my tips, and you'll see me do a lot when I have grenades, I'm out, is I pre-grenade flags. Don't even have to see anybody. Pre-grenade it. Why? Because the C4 guys. You want to clear out that C4 because there are people that get a kick by putting down 5 or 6 sandwiches and just dropping that. As soon as they see that flag flash, they probably count 5 seconds. The second it goes neutral, they pop it. That's a way to pick up multi-kills in this game. That's kind of lame. The nice thing about this M417 is the mag size is huge. Huge. That's a lot of kills. Now I'm in a bad spot here. I need to move because I don't want to be heads up with a guy with an assault rifle. Because again, that suppression mechanic, he's probably gonna have his way with me, and then some. So what you can do with close quarters is you can get a pulse. You can get a feel for what the enemy movements are. I like to call it the circle jerk because it always seems to be in a predictable path once you feel out each different map, and you can play off that. You can back rage off of that because you know which way they're tending to go. Because there's a sheep mentality in this game, and I fall prey to it as well. And you can set up defense based on that. Let's say you want to break their circle jerk and maybe get like a quick little 3-cap so they're first spawn way away from the flags. And you'll see me do that from time to time. I don't always push the flags. About 20% of the time, I'll hang back on a flag knowing I'm going to die because I'm about to see 4, 5, 6, 7 people. Because sometimes I play in these 32 or 48 man close quarter servers, and it's just about slowing them down, taking them off their game plan. And don't forget about that spawn invulnerability. I took a lucky shot there. He probably was, you know, within the timer if I would have done that a split second earlier. So don't forget spawn invulnerability. Make sure the guy makes a step or jumps or shoots because you're not going to be able to shoot him for a second and a half. Always grenade A. Always, always, always grenade A. Even if you're close to it and they have it, get those claymores out of there. Get the C4 out of there. Get the guys. If you see a flag that's on the burn like A, see if you can stick your head out a window and chuck a nade on it. Because guess what? If it's flashing, they're burning it. You're going to surprise them, get a couple kills, get them off the flag, off their game, and then you're going to come sneak up on them and surprise them from behind. So I actually enjoyed this M417. This is a lot of fun, and I can't stress enough to slow down at anything more than 20 feet because there's this deviation to this gun, and it takes a second to reset. At that distance, you can spam. And here's another thing. See, I'm in the Zerg right now, and this is a high threat level for the enemies. If one of us gets spotted, there's going to be a lot of people looking up here. I don't want to be there. I do 2 things in that situation. I watch a flank and pick easy kills, or I come from a secondary angle because I don't need to get spammed with RPGs, grenades, noob tubes, frag rounds, you name it. So I don't want to be there for long. I'll use it as a spawn point and move on. Another point when playing close quarters is position yourself so that you can react to multiple flags at a time. If you're way off camping in some obscure corner in the map, you're only going to be able to respond to one flag quickly. But if you're on a flag or in this intermediate position, which you'll catch me in, waiting to respond, it helps you. It'll raise your score per minute. It'll raise your team's success rate because the name of the game is controlling 2 of the 3 flags. If you do that, you will win the round no matter how many highly skilled killers they have. They can't outkill the burn. So here's an example of me kind of hanging back on C. I know I'm going to die. I know I can't kill them all, but I can slow them down. And what happens is pushes stall. If they camp that spot, the spawn's going to flip, or we're going to come back rage them and clear them up. So don't stay in those little areas for long. And there's a lot of them on this map. There's the both stairwells to B flag, the pit at C flag, which I'm kind of looking at right there. That's the pit back there. You got about 20 seconds to pit kills and get out of there. If not, people are going to back rage you, or they're going to be spawning on your head. Either way is not a good situation for you. So now we're down to 1 flag. We're up quite a few tickets. We're up about 160 tickets. This is by no means a blowout, so it's you got to play smart. Another thing is when approaching flags, assume they're camping the little nooks and crannies. Assume there's a guy in the back right in that little rubble pile. Assume there's a guy up close left. So when you peek, do a slow peek. If you don't have health or help. If you have help, you can maybe jump out there and work a couple kills. And obviously you see these guys cleared out. Then you go in there, you get your cap points, you wait for it to flip, and you move on. My team did a very good job PTFOing. This is not just me dominating a map. I did have help here. And as you can see by the responsiveness of your team members. So if you see a bunch of guys in your team camping weird corners, no matter what you do, you're going to have a bad day. Because campers don't win these rounds. They don't really help. It's the aggressive guys who throw themselves at flags over and over and over again that win these rounds. So here I am staying close to C because, again, I'm trying to stop that circle jerk because they're capped out. Once you cap C and they're 3 capped, another good idea is to get upstairs because if they take the upstairs from you, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. And don't forget, where there's 1, there can be 4. What does that mean? 1 single guy gets through. Squad spawns on them. Now there's 4 guys. And it's a lot easier to deal with 1 lonely guy than 4 people that just spawned out on you magically. So control that. Pay attention to what's burning. Pay attention to the mini-map because people usually do a pretty good job of spotting on close quarters. And most importantly, when using the M417, I just have the laser sight, no foregrip, naked, is don't spam it at more than 20 feet. It gets kind of crazy and the bullets aren't going to go where you want them. So I played 3 rounds of close quarters with the M417 on various map modes, and the challenge was successful. I actually topped them in all 3 in score and kills. So this is a very viable kit, as many are in this game mode, and I would recommend this to anybody to use if they want to PTFO and rack up a score and help their team. It's a lot of fun being able to headshot a guy 1 time from range and drop him, and not have to deal with the reload of a normal sniper rifle and things of that nature. So if you guys enjoyed yourself, if you learned anything, don't forget to give me the old thumbs up. Thanks for watching this, YouTube. Thanks for supporting me. And I'm going to admit, I had a little fun playing as a filthy bush Wookie. We'll see you guys soon.